I see all the time on Reddit, like, oh, what's your guys' competitive advantage? You know, everybody does all the same photos, video, virtual tours. We try and add motion graphics. Who cares? Be easier to work with. That will set you apart. That's your competitive advantage. That's my competitive advantage, because I could be the best real estate photographer in the area and have the most amazing quality, and I have great pricing and it's super competitive, but I'm the biggest douchebag there was. I probably won't have that many clients because realtors just won't want to work with me. Word will get spread around that I'm not easy to work with, and I won't have a business. That's just the way it is. So I'd rather minimize the amount of effort that I spend on my materials and increase the amount of effort that I spend on actually being a decent human being that's understanding, helpful at every corner, and overall just a joyful experience from start to finish. This is why you always try to upsell every single one of your clients every single time. So I'm headed back to, this will be a couple days ago for you, but I'm headed back to a property that I shot yesterday. It was the first property that I shot, because this client, she usually just does photos anyways. And then, like, she's gotten a floor plan a couple times, but she always asks how much it is, even though it's always the same answer. And so I just didn't bother with it this time. I just did the photos and I didn't try and upsell her. And then when I went to deliver the photos, she was like, oh, by the way, did the floor plan say 3,100 square feet? I was like, oh, I didn't do the floor plan this time. I didn't want to upsell you, and you said you just wanted photos. She was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, from now on I always want the floor plan. I was like, all right, good to know. More money for me. But anyways, all that to say, I now have to drive back out to the property to do just a floor plan scan, which I'm going to film as well, because I have a lot of people commenting saying, hey, I want to see a floor plan from start to finish. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to do the whole floor plan, and then I'm going to show you what the finished floor plan looks like afterwards in the same video. So you never know if somebody's going to actually buy from you or not. As Michael Scott says, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and that's totally 100% true. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you never try to upsell, you're never going to sell more. That's just the way it's going to work. But if you upsell, or you try to upsell at every opportunity you can, maintaining respect and, not being too pushy about it, but always asking, properties like these do really well when you use a video to market it. Are you interested in video? Oh, this is quite a big lot on kind of a big mountain to show the elevation. Would you be interested in some drone photos? Or would you like a drone video to showcase this area and how near it is to, your favorite grocery store, or whatever it may be? There's different ways that you can voice it, or a floor plan. Photos give a really good indication of what a property looks like, but sometimes it can be kind of hard to get the feel of a layout of a house, especially if you're taking a very limited amount of photos, especially interior photos. So a floor plan gives really great context to photography. There's all kinds of different ways that you can do it, and I'm stupid sometimes. I made the mistake. Now I'm driving back to the property to do a floor plan. I am earning money doing it. It's going to be like $200 for the floor plan because it's a bigger house and it's multiple stories and all that. And here's also a breakdown for how I price floor plans. So I do base price $125 for up to 2,000 square feet, and then 2,000 to 3,000 square feet I do $150, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet I do $175, plus I do an add $35 per additional floor. So if it's a single story 1,400 square foot home, it's only $125. But if it's, in this case, a 3,100 square foot property, then it's going to be $175 plus 35, so $205 or something like that, $210 for the entire floor plan. So that's how I price them. I've seen them all over the place, pricing for different things in various markets. There's a guy who does the same floor plans as I do, but he only charges $80 for them. But you can charge really whatever you like for these services, as long as you command respect. It sounds kind of weird, but if your quality of customer service is fantastic and you have exceptional client satisfaction at every single corner, then it doesn't really matter what you charge, because people will want to work with you because they like working with you. So I see all the time on Reddit, like, oh, what's your guys' competitive advantage? Everybody does all the same photos, video, virtual tours. We try and add motion graphics. Who cares? Be easier to work with. That will set you apart. That's your competitive advantage. That's my competitive advantage. I am easy to work with. I provide excellent customer service at every corner. That's what I focus on. My photos are good enough. Like I always talk about, my videos are good enough. My drone is good enough. I don't care. I just want to provide a service, and a really good service for my clients that keep them coming back for more. Because I could be the best real estate photographer in the area and have the most amazing quality and AAA quality productions in my real estate videos, and I have great pricing and it's super competitive, but I'm the biggest douchebag there was. I probably won't have that many clients because realtors just won't want to work with me. Word will get spread around that I'm not easy to work with, and I won't have a business. That's just the way it is. So I'd rather minimize the amount of effort that I spend on my materials and increase the amount of effort that I spend on actually being a decent human being that's understanding, helpful at every corner, and overall just a joyful experience from start to finish. So I'm headed to this property. I'm going to slap on my point of view camera and I'm going to do the floor plan real quick. It's going to take me 5 minutes, and then I may or may not have something else to chat about on the way back home, because I waited till my wife got home because I told her she could take this car, so I didn't have the car seats. I couldn't take my kids with me. So I'm going to do the floor plan real quick. You're going to see how it all looks, and then I will talk to you in a bit. Okay, perfect.
I can open the other one. So you
It's okay. I can just start at that one. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Shoes all right? They're clean.
Yep,
Okay.
no worries.
Love it. Okie dokie.
I didn't laugh that way number.
Okay, this door opens, right?
Yep,
Just slides up.
Yeah, it does.
Awesome.
Open it, but don't worry about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. How's it going? You're good. All right.
He's just gonna be measuring, so he's gonna walk through your room. Okay.
You don't need to move. You're totally fine. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I love the paint job that you did on the oven. I didn't even notice that the bottom was broken. It was genius. Lisa had to point it out to me.
That's good, yeah. Okay. I couldn't believe when we did.
Was it like just the bottom little glass piece? Hi, how's it going? Oh, man.
Yep.
Well, you did a fantastic job covering it up.
Thank you very much.
You're fine, sorry. I'm just gonna walk right behind you.
Careful, there's a clamp sticking out.
Gotcha. Thank you. Boop. And okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Have a good one. Did you guys get a chance to see the photos yet? Okay, Lisa should send them over. They came out really good. It's a beautiful house. Best of luck. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Go home. Oh, look, deer. Hello, deer. Just chilling there. How funny. All right. Okay. And that's all she wrote. I'm gonna turn off the POV cam and then talk to you for a little bit. We'll be out of here. God, this is a steep drop. Look at that. Ooh. So that's how easy these floor plans are to do. Super easy. There's, I mean, really nothing special to them. As long as you just go through, you get all the windows, you open all the closets, all the baseboards, doors, nooks and crannies. Everything will be captured and turned into a nice looking floor plan for your client. So that is really all that it takes. Wave to this guy, wave back, very nice. So harkening back to the original point that I started this video with is that you should always try and upsell every single time because you never know who's gonna end up buying. As long as you are just respectful and not, hounding them about it, people will actually end up appreciating you for it. So you're the expert in this field. Your clients are realtors. They know how to sell homes. A lot of them, the really good ones, know all the materials that they'll need in order to market them. Maybe they don't usually use videos. They don't usually use Matterports or whatever. So it's up to you to create a really compelling argument in order for them to use these extra materials, because a realtor like this one, who usually just does photos, she's an older lady, may not know, the best use for video. But I think next time I work with her, I'm going to try and get her to do video if it's a nice property. This property was one of the nicer ones that I've shot for her, so maybe on the next nice one. Really, none of them have had too much use for it. But when you convey yourself as an authority in this field because you are a real estate photographer, you create materials that realtors will use to sell these homes. So you are the marketing authority in this case. You can leverage that. And, if a realtor says, no, thank you, I don't want a video, no, thank you, I don't want a floor plan or drone photos or whatever, that's totally fine. But at least you asked, because you also never know if maybe they're on the fence about wanting to start to try out video, or maybe they don't know anything about social media, but they know it's really powerful, but they just don't have anybody on their team who can make good social media content. So you never know. So you have to be the authority and the person that is always on the lookout for their clients. And it doesn't always come across as you just trying to upsell for more money. If you portray yourself as someone who's just being helpful, like, hey, no harm, but these types of properties do really well on video, and a lot of younger people are having more money now, which I know that doesn't seem like the case, but statistically speaking, that's true. And so they much prefer to watch videos that they find on YouTube. So if you create a listing video for that, blah, 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 you get the idea. So just be vigilant, upsell every single time. You never know who's gonna say yes. If they say no, that's fine, no sweat off your back, but ask them again next time. Ask them every single time. You never know, maybe one day they'll want the whole package. I'll see you later, goodbye.